Hola mis amores, how is your spirit today? I am doing something different where I am recording outside. I know it's been a little bit since I've created some content, and I was walking by the lake. So you got this lake, it's in my complex, super cool, and this is one of my favorite spots to walk to because I can come and just get fresh air and chill with the animals. But anyways, I wanted to create this video because I know it's been a few since I've created content, and I wanted to tell you why that is. I've really been taking a break because I noticed that I was struggling a lot with what to say because I was focusing on how to say it. And when I was focusing on how to say it, I was comparing myself to other people to try to figure out the best way to say that. And I'm sharing this with y'all because one of the things I struggle with the most is envy, and I'm not envious of what people have. I'm envious of the feelings they get because they have those things. And you may be like, Nori, what? Well, I've been learning a lot about the Enneagram recently, and there's this 9 types of personalities, and my type of personality is the one that feels really intensely, is the one that feels the most out of all the 9. And I understood for the first time why I'm overly emotional, why I always feel like overly emotional. And it's really interesting when you start to master yourself and really get to the root of who you are, and how do you use that to become the person you want to be, because you learn some pretty interesting shit about you. And JP's my husband, by the way. He's always like said, babe, I think you're like getting too in your feelings about this, and I would take some of that personally. And now I understand that he was telling me his observations of me. I understand that he was just sharing with me, like, babe, this is something you generally spend a lot of time in. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you might need to look at that. And I had really dismissed it. So over the past few weeks, I've been spending a lot of time getting clear on what I want to say, what message I want to share, and not focus on how I want to share it, because that's when I get really into comparison mode and I start looking to my right and to my left to try to figure out, like, what's my voice, and it keeps me from sharing sometimes. And that's one of the reasons why I hadn't been sharing content, because I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to share what I wanted to share, and I had to sit down and ask myself, what do you want to share? How do you and what do you want to share, and what's your intention behind sharing these things? So that's what I've been doing. And earlier today, I was talking to Joy, my best friend, and Janelle, another really great friend of mine, and they really helped me just understand more about myself by sharing with them what I've been going through. So selfishly, I'm sharing this with you right now because I'm also interested in learning more about myself and how these things make me feel and how this process is operating for me. And the thing about getting to know yourself and the thing about getting to master yourself is that you have to be available to all the things you do not know. Like, you have no idea what these things are, and you need to be available for it. And it could be a really scary process because we as humans don't like change. That's the reason why we don't like discomfort, because at its core, discomfort is just change, and we don't like things to change. We want things to stay the same because it's easier that way. It exerts less energy, we don't got to think about it, and we just can just go about our days. In our perspective, it's less of an expense to us. And because we don't like change, we struggle whenever change shows up. And for me, as I've been going through my process of like getting to learn myself and understand all these things about me, I'm looking at myself like, yo, this is really how you are? Like, wow, I had no idea this is really how you were. And in what I do, learning about my feelings has been so important because I've understood for the first time that this is my gift, that my gift is to feel. And by feeling, I can help people understand their feelings, I can help them navigate their feelings, and then I can help them ensure that their feelings do not hold them hostage. I've been held hostage by my feelings before. I've been in the point before where I get so in my feelings, so in my sadness that I can't take action, and it's not cool. It doesn't feel good to be in that space. It doesn't feel good to be in a space where you're just like, yo, I really wish I could do something about this, but I can't because I'm so sad, or because I'm so hurt, or because I'm so disappointed. And literally, I've seen my life pass me by. I've seen hours pass me by of my life because I've been so sad or so in my feeling that I don't allow myself to let that go. And understanding that has been really powerful, because now I know that I've been feeling the unhealthy side of my gift, but I've been given the healthy side of my gift. So with other people, I am able to help them navigate through those feelings and really help them understand what's going on, because feeling can be really intense and a lot of us don't like to do it alone. And that's one of the reasons why I do what I do, is because I don't want no one to have to go through this alone, especially because this is the thing that I like. I like going through feelings. Feelings is my thing. I'm a feelings girl. So it's been really amazing, because on that end, I just lost my train of thought. I like the feelings. I like helping people go through that. So when it's healthy, it looks that way. When it's unhealthy, it's me allowing feelings to keep me from taking action. It's me believing my feelings are true. When your feelings come out, you might feel the emotion and you think this is true. This is a fact, and that's not the case. And we have to stop believing our feelings. We have to challenge our feelings, because when we challenge our feelings, we get to the root of why we feel like that, or we realize that we don't feel like that at all, that it is our environment that's triggering us to feel in that certain way. So all that to say, I'm good. I hope you are good. Going through these feelings on myself, figuring out my own self-mastery has been the journey of my lifetime. And when you're trying to go through your feelings, you have to understand that it's more important that you are willing to do it, that you are ready to do it, because it is hard to be ready to do this. You may never be in a position where you feel like, I'm ready to do this. And when you are willing to do it, you know you can start with a little bit. You give yourself permission to start small. And a lot of us are not achieving our self-mastery. A lot of us are not working on ourselves in this way and experiencing our feelings and breaking free from our feelings, because we are so afraid of what's on the other side and we don't want to commit to it. We're not ready for all of that yet. So we think we need to start with all of it. But when you say, I'm willing to do it, and not I'm ready to do it, you give yourself permission to start small and to meet yourself where you are. And it's so important that we meet ourselves where we are, because that's the only way we can start. If you ask for too much, you're going to be disappointed, because you're not going to achieve all of that at once, because you haven't done it before. If you aim for too little, you're going to feel disappointed, because you're going to be thinking, I lowered the bar for myself. I'm not even doing enough. What's the point of continuing going? And if there's something I've learned in the past year and a half, 2 years that I've been doing this work and really focusing on getting to know myself, is that you cannot avoid your feelings. People in business often feel like, oh, you gotta leave your feelings at the door, because feelings, emotions make you weak. And there are people that, those people are seeing a certain level of success. But there's also the people that are like, you can't leave all your feelings behind, because people feel and you need to be able to feel feelings. I've been on both sides. I've been the person that left the feelings at the door or pretended to, and I'm the person that acknowledges now that she feels. And I know that neither one of the extreme is the way to go. Is finding that kind of middle space, and you cannot get closer to the middle, whether you are on one side or the other, unless you start feeling. Okay, unless you start feeling less, unless you start feeling more. So yeah, I wanted to make this video to let you know that I'm good. Things are going great in Florida. I'm growing, I'm learning, and I'm gonna be doing a whole series on willingness versus readiness. So look out for that. That's gonna be what we're gonna be talking about in the rest of the videos for a little bit, because I think a lot of us wanna wait till we're ready to feel our emotions and to process them and to work through them. But all we need to do is be willing to give ourselves permission to try little by little, meet ourselves where we are, so we can experience that. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have an amazing day. Let me know if you have any questions about this in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Bye.